What's up? Welcome to the stream. Back at the hangar, trying to finish this thing. Got one more wall to put in, and then I can break out the explosive arrows, tear down these supports, and hopefully the lag is not going to be too bad. This is the seventh wall, so I've got 6 that are completed. This, what am I hung on the bed here? This little wall in front of me, that'll stay. That's why this support, this little 2-story support, stands the way it is. So, I don't know. I can tell it's kind of laggy, but we'll try it out. When I remove all the supports, the lag will improve. Leonard, hey, what's up, my man? Place that in the wrong spot. Let's go ahead and put an end cap. Oh, cool. But you down in the caves? Okay, that super jump's a little high. I think you mentioned yesterday that you were at the point where you were about to go into caves and start collecting some of the gear. Back to base. Just grabbed a chainsaw. Nice. It's been a while since I used the chainsaw, but I did when back in early access, and at that time, like you could just use it unlimited. The batteries didn't. They didn't have it where the batteries actually ran down like they were supposed to, so you could just use it forever, and it kind of sucked whenever they made the batteries run down. But is it still down in the entertainment bunker in one of those rooms with the screens playing? It's been so long since I checked up on that, especially since the full game release back in February. Oh, no worries. Yeah, I was just wondering if it was still down in the entertainment bunker in the chainsaw in that little room where the little big screen's playing the advertisement. I didn't know if maybe they moved it back in February when the full game released. Oh, okay, cool. They did move a few things around, so I haven't done a full playthrough since this past February. Always good to know. The pickaxe is in Cave F. It's real easy to spot because there's an entrance exit. It's the entrance you have to climb down. It's like a hole in the ground, and I think I'm actually fairly close to it. So I'm at the golf course, and this is on the northeastern side of the island. So let me change my field of view for you. So maybe you can see my GPS a little bit better. So I'm at the golf course, and that cave that's in front of me that's close to the coastline, that's Cave G. And then that cave that's the next closest to me, that's a little further inland, that's Cave F, or the Pickaxe Cave. And you actually will get it's easy to spot because it's a hole in the ground rather than a cave entrance in the face of a mountain or hill. It's actually in the ground with a rope you have to climb down, but you'll get the item plater or forge blueprint. And the end of it, you'll get the pickaxe, and then I think you get an artifact in there. But hopefully you can see my GPS. Okay, cool. Yeah, if you have any problems finding it, let me know. I'll probably be, like I said, I'm close by to it, so. If you have some questions of what it looks like, I can probably get there pretty quickly. Okay, what do I need to do? I need to change I can't build with my field of view like that. So let me fix that. Try 12. Oh, I meant. I'm not trying to hide it, am I? Yeah. Yeah, that's what Leonard was asking about. Yeah. I pulled out my GPS because I'm actually at the golf course, you know, so I'm pretty close by. So I think I think he was able to kind of see, get an idea where it was at. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm monetized. I don't know if you would call me a real YouTuber, but I'm a small fry, definitely. I'm not Farkit status, you know, legend status. Oh, you are? I guess there's degrees to small fry. So do you you got builds you post up, or? Yeah, I guess so. I've heard. Yeah, I know he's not. He's left Sons of the Forest. Yeah, I know. Oh, you're building a base. You're gonna try to grab it. Yeah. If you need any help, Leonard, yeah, just let me know, because, like I said, I'm pretty close. Yeah, I think that they, you know, I think they're working on getting this released to console, but I hope they haven't just given up on the game as far as end night. I hope they consider adding some more stuff. Oh, yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, I've just I made more, you know, video comment and shorts, and then after I took a break, I started live streaming, and I hadn't really live streamed in a long time, and you know, a few people pop in and out, and they're like, "Oh, cool, somebody's live streaming Sons of the Forest." Like, oh, I think you're the only person on like right now, so it kind of helps pass the time, especially like on, you know, trying to finish this build. And then I've got a couple of others that I play around on. Yeah, I know. Yeah, they've done really good with this one, and you know, I don't know, like Farkit, I don't know what his exact reasoning was. Yeah, it is a dead game. I mean, they'll you know, they'll release it to console hopefully soon, so that'll bring in new players, but they could still add some more stuff to it, I think. I mean, even if it's just simply, you know, just one new trap, or like the enemies, you know, that was always the cool thing in early access is, you know, just even if they just added like a new cannibal type. Oh, well, that's, you know, that's like with every game. I mean, unless you're talking about like From Software, you know, Elden Ring or Souls, when they make a game, it works. But seems like that's the norm. I mean, some games completely don't work. I never felt like, I mean, this game always was quirky, just like any game to me. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'm more tolerant, I would say. I mean, if it's unplayable or to me, like games that have changed is that I didn't play anymore was like Division 2, but that's reworking gear and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I get what you're saying, yeah, the building stuff like that, but I guess I kind of just naturally kind of work around it. I've learned really but by building as much as I do that I tell everybody when I look at their builds and, you know, I just give them my 2 cents. You know, I learned to definitely start at the foundation and just have the idea of how big your build is going to be. And if you make it a little bit bigger, then that's fine, but go ahead and lay that groundwork and then work your way step by step. And as long as every floor is set right and is building right, then, you know, everything up above it will work. Oh yeah, you do legit. Yeah. I played for what the game came out and at the end of February of 2023, and I think it was like close to the beginning of summer, maybe April, May, before I started using cheats. And I'd already beat the game, several times. We did a lot of building. I mean, like my first base looked horrible. Yeah. Yeah, definitely and that's, I guess I kind of, God, didn't have much in the content for sure when the game launched. But see, I dig the survival and stuff like that, but then at the same time, I'm naturally going to get into the build mechanics. Yeah, practical build. Yeah, that was like my beginning builds and stuff. And then, once I started using cheat stick and console commands, that's whenever obviously I built bigger and tried to make like cool stuff to look at. And then also, you can just torture cannibals, in different ways. Got a couple of like trap bases. Yeah. I think simply you can just wall in a pretty much a structure. There's really no need for roofs. I mean, unless you just want one. I mean, if you build it correctly, then yeah, you can, be warm in the wintertime. 32 gigs. I mean, it's really, server side. And two, I build like in stages. There's a lot to this to make it work, like FPS wise. I mean, I've learned it through, especially this build, just by trial and error. The foundation, before I even planked that in, that's a 100 by 100 floor that I'm looking at. The server did not function. I mean, it was like 10 frames before I put in all those planks. So then, I had to strut and pull out all the supports. Yeah. So if you eliminate, like supports as you're building along, then your FPS, it'll slowly over time creep down. But as you're removing a bunch of supports, it'll go back up, Like once I remove these 6 walls in front of me, with all these supports, it'll improve. See, right now I can tell, like, it's wanting to really lag, but I'm getting close to the top of this. Like that jump, I can tell the lag in that jump. But it's funny, when I work my way back this way, I guess with the shading and all, it moves faster for some reason. And I've definitely learned, like, there's areas, I guess, just with the natural landscape that have, like, they just have more moving parts, so the FPS will drop in certain areas. Oh yeah, up on that cliff where the hang glider is, there's a cannibal camp over there. Up there. Well, probably more over to that side, I bet. Overlooking the golf course. I love this area. I mean, I'm very familiar with the golf course. No, I'm not. I'm not sure what hole I'm on, but I mean, there's a cliffside that's overlooking the ocean straight ahead there. I was thinking that you were, that roof's in my way. Yeah, I was thinking you're probably, when you said cliff, I was thinking you were kind of over here. Because that's a good little area, that little plateau, or whatever you want to call it. I thought that was what you were talking about. Because that would be a very cool, if you were just building something scenic, you know. And the only thing you have to contend with is there's a cannibal encampment further up that hill close to the snow. Yeah, that's a perfect place to build. I mean, look how flat it is. Yep. And then I think when you first come to the area, okay, there it is. You can see the plume, the campfire. There's a cannibal camp right there. So that's the only nearby. Yeah. And they probably come from this camp here. It's a big camp. And my other trap-based server actually eliminated it. And I don't actually, you know what? I don't think I have eliminated it officially yet. But they constantly are spread out in this area. Like in my other server, I've raided this so many times. And then I'll come back and there'll be like one or two, like praying at the altar. But yeah, great spot to build. Yeah. Yeah, they like their belly flopping, you know. If you don't have any walls for them to belly flop against, then they'll try to get you. They hate mutant babies though. The little Chuckies. I don't know if you've ever noticed that. They hate those guys. That's the most brutal fight that I've seen out of mutants versus cannibals. Oh yeah, like I mean, you'll have a I call them Titans, the big red fat dudes. You have a Titan coming at you, walking up on you, like not rushing, like not in a full sprint, but he's walking towards you. You can tell he's like, "Hey, I want to belly flop you," And if there's a baby that comes into his field of vision, he will turn and lock onto that baby. Definitely. The only thing is, I don't know if, like, if you're up on that plateau, I don't know how many mutants, creeps you'll get. But if you're late stage in the game, past day 100, I mean, they might naturally just kind of spawn. I did not mean to pull out that. Oh, okay. That's cool. Yeah, I don't know if I'll. I've done that before, but day 107. Yeah, that's nice. So I think everything's unlocked. Have you already beat the mutant boss and the demon boss? Oh, you've beat it 4 times. Yeah. Yeah, I've beat it quite a few times. I haven't done a playthrough since this past February when they released full game. What, you know what? I take that back. I had already started a game, so I just finished it because when you logged back in, they reset the ending. That's correct. Yeah, but I haven't done like a beginning, crash site to ending since full game. I mean, I've had a few people ask about it. I probably should do one. You know what? I probably left this on. I sure did. Man, I gotta watch that. My trap base, I've been doing a experiment leaving structure damage on. It's currently like at day 130. And then every time I pop over here, I forget to change it. Okay, I appreciate it. You too. Thanks for stopping by, man. Good luck surviving up. Since we're neighbors, good luck surviving up on the cliff over there. I bet. All right, later, man. Oh, I know. Hey, that's what I wish they would add after they release it. The consoles is give us some sunglasses. I mean, I know you can lower the brightness, but man, it still kills your eyes. But then does you got to have your drinking water prepped, all that good stuff. Oh yeah, yeah. If you got it in a pot, yeah, you can. I mean, you can still get your water from flowing streams or creeks. Used to be pretty good at those jumps. refill coffee. Okay, I'm back. Ah, shoot. Did that in reverse order. Okay. Good luck, man. I think there are a few enemies in the cave now. I can't remember what kind, how rough it is. That's all you can do. I think you got it though. From your crash site, you'll have those. Some of the stuff will respawn for supplies, but the if like the ammo and stuff, I don't know if that resupplies or not. They've changed things so many times, but I do know the crash site should have a few things. Maybe the crates that you smash, those don't respawn. It's worth checking out, though. I mean, if you're close by, so if you're, I'm not sure which way you're heading. So you'll have beach site, which is by the rebreather cave A. So if you're making your way along the coast to the pickaxe cave, I would definitely stop by. I know the green side, land side, is near cave B, the rope gun cave. So that's kind of far away, depending on how close you are to cave F. And then the other side is up in the snow on the mountain, which is near one of the ice caves, but I can't remember what's in that ice cave. So that's not really easy to get to if that's your crash site. But if you're making your way along the coast, then if you're coming from the rebreather cave, you'll have several different sites you can loot. The rifle. Let me see if I've got it on this character. Wait. I can't remember where the rifle spawns in. Actually, I think I should have it. Here it is. Probably take it a second to spawn in my hands. Of course, you can upgrade this in the item plater, but you have to actually aim to fire, so you can't actually just hip fire. But after you upgrade it, I use it all the time in my other server, and I think it's a 4-shot. Yeah, so it's got 4 shots, then you have to reload. But it's actually got really good range and takedown. So like the demon boss, you can, I don't know how many shots it takes to drop it, but it works really well against it. I mean, you can ding the demon boss at a range to where he's not attacking you. It's definitely a go-to. I mean, it'll drop, these are all after you upgrade it, but it'll drop like a big red dude on hard survival, like 1 shot at a pretty good distance. I mean, so much, like when I use it in my other server, I'm having to keyboard and mouse it instead of like my shotgun. I'll just use controller. The rifle is down in Cave D, which is it can be a nightmare because you have to enter it a certain way. Yeah, so Cave D, it's on the beginning side of Cave D, close to the entrance. Once you get to a certain point in Cave D, you slide down, and then once you've slid down, you're stuck. I mean, you can build a tent and save and come back. But that's where you get the rifle at in Cave D. You can actually, if you knew exactly where it was, you can go in, extract it, and come out. You don't have to go completely through the whole system. But, I mean, not to tout my channel, I do have a walkthrough of Cave D. The only thing that's not applicable is the multi-trap or Uber trap is not in Cave D anymore. The rifle's still in the same place. And then the gold armor on the spaceship, or the ancient armor, is actually an artifact now, I believe. Well, you will. That'll take some time. If you've got all day, you could get it done. If you're playing legit and not using any console commands, that would be very hard. Because you'll actually have to gather all the materials to make the item plater. In Cave D, I don't know if you've been in Cave D. That's the one that gets everybody, especially the first time. And Cave D is, I believe I can show you. Let me zoom in real quick. So cave, so that's the one that I'm pointed at, which you can't. Let me zoom in so you can see where I'm at. So if I zoom back out, the one I'm pointed at is cave F, or that's where the pickaxe is. And then if I slightly turn to that cave that's on the lake, it's on the green side, so I'm pointed that way. That's cave D. That's the entrance. And that's the way when you do go into cave D, plan on giving yourself an hour or two, especially if you don't use a guide. But make sure you enter that entrance. That's the entrance, because once you go through, you'll slide down. Once you've slidden down, you cannot get back out. You've got to find the exit. And so a lot of people get frustrated and they have to just lose their progress and go to a previous save. Or you build a tent and save within the cave system and then find yourself a guide to get out. Yeah, man. I'm just, giving you my 2 cents, because, and the other thing with cave D, make sure you get everything when you go down in it, because it's just such a pain in the ass to have to go back through it, So just make sure you get the rifle, get the artifacts that are in there. Oh, okay, cool. And yes, that'll help you out, definitely. Because as long as you know all the things you got to get in Cave D, then you've got a leg up on the competition. Because you don't want to have to go back in it. I guess another reason why I have so much hatred for Cave D is I've played the game since the beginning and since early access. So Cave D actually wasn't even a whole really cave at that point. It was just you walked in it and you just turn around and walk back out. There was nothing to do. Then they expanded it and they added one item. And so the first time you try to go through, and I mean it takes forever, hours and hours and hours. Then they add hey, there's another thing, and then you got to go back in. And then there was another thing they added, so you kept having to they kept, when you thought you were done with it, they kept sucking you back into that cave. And then whenever they released the full game, they reset the ending and the armor and the artifact, so you had to do it the last time. I typically don't rant and rave. Unless I have a good reason. Yeah, the legsy, that's the one with all the legs. They're pretty tough. I fight them on hard survival with a upgraded or a golden katana, and it does take like a good 5 or 6 strikes. But they actually they have a jump attack, which is easily to rush under. So they're a little bit harder, I think, than the armsy. The armsy is, of course, the one with all the arms. That one, I think, is easier. Not that it's weaker versus the katana, but it's just easier to predict its behavior. And the legsy can jump higher, so it can actually, like a 1.5 story wall, it has no problems jumping up to you. Where the armsy is just kind of, it's just kind of a tank. It's kind of grounded. The holy, that's, I don't know where you first encounter it because I haven't done a beginning to end playthrough. So the holy, which is a big blob looking thing with little like 3 legs and like a bunch of holes all over its body. That one is pretty tough to fight. I haven't found a trick with it. I like fighting everything with the katana. Yeah, they are. Well, that's not the spot that I wanted. Or is it? Kelvin. Oh, yeah. Old Kelvin. He definitely does a lot more now than what he did from the beginning. Sometimes I don't know exactly how helpful he can be, but... he's definitely a good sacrificial lamb for your enemies. Keeps. Okay. Yeah, man, I'll probably, I'm about to break myself too here in a bit, but yeah, I'll be on later. But thanks for stopping by, man. I'll catch you later on. All right, folks, I'm not sure if anybody's still with me, but I think I'm at a pretty good stopping point. Need to break for lunch and all, but was going to start using my explosive arrows to remove all these supports, but that'll take some time. So, like I said, good stopping point. So, anyways, anybody still with me? I appreciate you stopping by, and hope to catch you in the next stream.